Then I'm just fitting the Warrior pack on this Hilux. First of all, I'm just going to take the car up a little bit. I'm going to remove the front grille, then I'm going to remove the front bumper bar. Now it's always handy when you're fitting, when you remove your clips, just keep them in a little container on the side, just so you don't lose them, and then just keep another container for your nuts and bolts. Get me a 14 mil. Once I've taken off the front bumper bar, I'm just trimming back the plastic trimming on the bottom. I'm just removing the front support section. Okay, once you've got the bar off, this is the time to do your wiring for your indicators and your headlights. All the bars come with a wiring harness in there. Just solder them on. Once you finish your wiring, you can mount your cradle on. What I like to do before I fit any of the nuts and bolts, just give them a little clean with WD-40, just to remove any gunk that's on the threads. Just a little tip when you're fitting, make things a little bit easier. Sort out all your nuts and bolts. So what I'm going to do here, we've got 3 nuts and bolts on each side for the fitting of the Bullbar. So I'm just going to get those ready. You've got your bolt there, just put your spring and your flat. Just put them 6 aside. Just get your little 10 mils ready for your bash plates and just sort them all out, so it just makes it easier when you're fitting. Now, I'm going to fit the winch cradle on now. Once I've fitted the winch cradle, then I'm going to go ahead with my fitting the winch. Okay, now once I've put my winch cradle on, I haven't done up all my nuts and bolts. This is the time to put your recovery points on, if you'll be using recovery points. So just mount up the back. You've got the 2 front holes, 2 on the side, and 1 up the back. Get all that done up, then we'll move to the next stage. Got all my nuts and bolts on now. Just before you tighten everything up, just center your cradle. Make sure it's in the center of the car. The way I'm going to center it today, using my ruler, I'm going off the chassis onto the cradle and just making sure that little gap there is the same on both sides. Okay, now all my nuts and bolts are tight, ready to get the winch and mount the winch. I've just fitted the Bullbar to the vehicle now. I have a 2014 model Hilux. With this Bullbar, we've got 2 mounting points. The rear mounting point is for 2012 onwards, The closer one to the front of the bar is a 2005 onwards. Now I've got the bar on, I'm just connecting the wiring. So with the harness, just plugs straight into the bullbar. With your foggies, just crimp a couple of plugs on, and they just plug straight onto the fog lights on the vehicle. I've got the bar on, I've put all the nuts and bolts on now, just hand tight. Just come to the side with a ruler, just check the gaps on both sides, make sure you have the same distance before you tighten it up completely. And what's the thing? I've just finished tightening up the bull bar now. With all your wiring, just cable tie it all up together. Just tie it all up so it's all tucked up neat and tidy under there. And just trim off any excess cable tie. Okay, now I've got the bar on. All my wiring's tidied up. Nuts and bolts are all tight. I've gone over the whole lot. The next step is just to install the underbody protection. Now it's a 3-piece. I've got my 10mm bolts all ready. So I'll just be getting my bash plates and ready to install. Now they're a real easy fit. They come with the inserts already in the bar. So it's just a matter of just lining them up. And putting it up. Now put the whole lot on loosely first before you tighten anything up. Okay, I've got all the bash plates on loosely now. Just go over the 10mm and just nip them up. Okay, now once that's all tightened up, I'm going to trim back the rear arch moulding and just get it fitted under there. I've just trimmed back the plastic wheel arch. I've drilled the 10mm hole just in the bottom plate there. And then just using a 10mm nut and bolt, just fix them together. Now in the fitting kit, you're going to get 2 eyebrows, one to the left, one to the right. Now basically they're just going to fit up, you've got 3 drill holes on the bull bar, nut and bolt, and you're going to mount this in position like that. On this vehicle here, I'll be doing a bar cut. So I've just put the grill back into place so I can take my measurements. So when you do a bar cut, the bar comes with a template, but I always like to take my own measurements just to be sure. So take certain points along the bar. For example, I have 7 centimeters there. Line it up with the factory bumper bar and take your point. And do the same the whole way around, and then make your cut line all the way down. This is the other side that I've already cut. I've taken the measurement and I've put the pinch weld, finish it off nicely. Now this is ready just to sit in, and then the grill will sit on top and it'll give me a good finish. I've finished my 2 bumper cuts there. I've installed them both. Just put my grill back in. Now I'm getting all my clips and just putting all the clips back into place. They just simply clip back in. That's all nice and tight now. Now once the bar's all finished, I've tested my lights, but I'll test them again before the car leaves. I'm going to remove all the upper packaging at the moment. I just leave all that on just so it saves the bar getting scratched or damaged while I'm doing a fitting. You shut this with a blade. Now just be careful when you're removing the packaging. Using a blade, you don't want to go too far to scratch the bar. So just tap the edge of the sticky tape and that will just come off.